I knew the security cameras recorded everything, but that secret room Marcus showed me, that was the one place the cameras couldn't see. And what happened there that night? My name is Alex Thompson. I'm 28 years old and work as a successful financial advisor. I work at Weber and Associates on the 23rd floor of this Manhattan skyscraper. My life was pretty routine until I met Marcus. Marcus Williams, 34 years old with broad shoulders and olive skin that caught your attention. He'd been working as the night security guard for this building for 6 months. For the past 3 months, I'd been staying late at the office because of my projects, running into him when I headed home. At first, we just politely said good night, but gradually these brief conversations began to stretch longer. I started noticing Marcus's deep voice, his dark brown eyes, and that confident stance of his. That Wednesday night, everything was different. It was past 2 a.m. I'd stayed at the office to finish a major tax file. I was packing up my things when there was a knock at the door. "Alex, you still here?" I heard Marcus's familiar voice. "Yeah, just finished up. Heading out," I said, opening the door. When I saw Marcus, a strange excitement stirred inside me. His black security uniform fit his body perfectly. His belt sat at his hips, and his radio and other equipment gave him an official air. "It's dangerous for you to stay this late," he said with a concerned voice. "The building becomes a different place at night." "What do you mean?" I asked. Marcus looked around, then stepped closer to me. "I want to show you something, but first promise me you won't tell anyone." My heart began to race. What won't I tell? There are things in this building that only we know about. The cameras don't see everywhere, Alex. Marcus's mysterious demeanor had captivated me. "Okay, show me." We got into the elevator together. Marcus used a special key to select floor B4. I didn't even know such a floor existed. "Only security personnel can access this floor," he explained, "but tonight I'm bringing you as my special guest." When the elevator doors opened, I saw a dark corridor. Marcus turned on his flashlight and signaled for me to follow. At the end of the corridor was a heavy steel door. "What is this place?" I whispered. "Building management doesn't show this room in their records. It used to be an old archive room. Now it's empty." Marcus pulled out his keys, "But I use it for special purposes." When the door opened, I saw a small but comfortable room. Inside was a small couch, a desk, and a mini fridge. A few personal photos hung on the walls. "Is this your secret room?" I asked in amazement. Marcus smiled. "During long night shifts, sometimes I need to rest. This is the perfect hideaway." The atmosphere of the room was strangely intimate. Marcus sat on the couch and gestured for me to sit beside him. "Alex, I want to confess something to you," he said with seriousness in his voice. My insides filled with a strange excitement. "What confession?" "For the past 3 months, every night we've run into each other, you haven't left my mind." These words shocked me. I had never thought that Marcus had feelings for me too. I started but couldn't complete my words. Marcus moved closer to me. "You also what?" "I also thought you hadn't left my mind," I confessed. At that moment, the electricity between us was almost palpable. Marcus's hand slowly touched mine. "Alex, you know how I mentioned that the security cameras can't see this room?" My heartbeat had accelerated wildly. "Yes." "Everything that happens here stays between us," he said as he approached. I could feel Marcus's warmth, the masculine scent of his cologne, his heavy breathing. Everything was so intense. "What do you want, Alex?" he whispered. Before answering this question, I needed to think, but the desire inside me was too strong. "I want you," I said in almost a whisper. The moment Marcus's lips touched mine, it was as if the whole world had stopped. His kiss was soft but passionate. I placed my hands on his broad shoulders. "I've been dreaming of this for so long," he murmured with my lips still close to his. "Me too," I said. Marcus stood up and extended his hand to me. "You can stay here tonight, but only if you want to." I took his hand. "I want to stay." That night, Marcus showed me the building from a different perspective. The secret exit on the roof terrace, the scenic spots no one knew about. But most importantly, he showed me himself. Marcus had been working in the security sector for 10 years. He had previously served in the Army, then moved to private security companies. This building was just a workplace for him, but that night it gained special meaning for me. "We can stay here until morning," he said, taking me in his arms. "My shift ends at 6 a.m." That night I slept in Marcus's arms. I had never felt so safe in my life. His strong chest, his steady breathing, everything was perfect. When morning came, Marcus gently woke me up. "Alex, we need to get up. The cleaning lady will be here in an hour." When I opened my eyes, I was met with his smiling face. "Good morning, beautiful prince," he said, stroking my hair. "Was this real?" I asked, still feeling like I was in a dream. It was very real, and I want this to be just the beginning. Marcus escorted me to the elevator. As we parted, he gave me a small card. "This is my private number. Call anytime you want." From that day on, my life completely changed. I started meeting with Marcus every night, sometimes in that secret room, sometimes on the building's roof, sometimes just in my office. 3 months later, Marcus proposed to me. Of course, I said yes. Now we live together and are very happy. Marcus still works as a security guard in the same building, and I still work as a financial advisor at the same company. Every night when I leave that building, I smile, because those security cameras will never see the real beginning of our story. That secret room will remain our secret alone. And Marcus was right. The cameras really don't see everywhere. Sometimes the most beautiful stories begin in places no one can see. This story taught me that sometimes life's most beautiful surprises come from the most unexpected places. That secret room Marcus courageously showed me that night was actually the secret room in the depths of our hearts. If Marcus hadn't shown me that room that night, maybe we would never have had the chance to get to know each other. But he took that brave step, and our lives changed forever. Now that building isn't just a workplace for us, it's a sacred place where our love began. Every day when I pass by, I remember that secret room and our first night there. And the best part is, this story is still continuing. Marcus and I rediscover each other every day. Our story that began that night has turned into a lifelong love. Maybe you too have such a Marcus in your life. Maybe he's waiting for you somewhere you haven't noticed. All you need to do is be brave and listen to your heart, because sometimes the most beautiful stories begin in places security cameras can't see.